Boston is up in their second game of their two-game trek in Madison Square Garden to face the New York Rangers. And the last game had a little bit of everything and some weird bounces. Today's game, ugly. Bowling shoe ugly of a game between the Boston Bruins and the New York Rangers. Can Boston, in such an ugly game, be able to come away with 2 more points and continue their winning ways and their point streak? Well, find out on the next, or on this, Bruins Recap Show. Boston Bruins! We start things off in the first period, and for Boston, it is Yaroslav Halak. For the New York Rangers, it's Igor Shesterkin.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
Come on, you knew the Mel Brooks quote was coming. Anyway, Boston will be without Matt Grzelcyk, so in for the defense is Connor Clifton. Cliffy Hockey returning to the lineup. Bigger loss for the New York Rangers as they are without Artemi Panarin. No bread in this one. So, how good of a first period was it for the Boston Bruins? Well, just under a minute in, Connor Clifton goes to the box, delay a game, 2 minutes for you can't yeet the puck out of the zone. The New York Rangers looked great defensively against the Boston Bruins, although the Bruins didn't really help their cause. They just did not look good in the first period at all. Again, Boston goes back to this 5-forward power play. Ritchie, Krejci, Pasternak, Bergeron, and Marchand. It just doesn't look good. Like, I don't know what's not clicking. If they just are only able to produce in a trailing situation, or if it's just not there, or teams are better able to defend it. The 5-forward power play is not clicking right now. They might need to get away from that and go back to more of a traditional 1 defenseman, 4 forward, which looks a lot better for them. Either way, a lot of credit should go to the New York Rangers penalty kill, although they didn't really have to kill too many penalties in the first period at least. We'll get to the next period in a second. Better period for the Rangers. They outshot the Bruins 10-6 in the first. But no score regardless by either team. We go to the second period. So in the second period, the New York Rangers are finally outshot by the Bruins 18-6. But animosity building up the entire period. So much so that between these two teams, 46 penalty minutes in the second period. In one period alone. 46 penalty minutes. I'm going to have to actually use the NHL app, but let's go over these real quick. So don't mind me as I just casually read off all 46 minutes of penalties between these two teams. Started off Bruins, 2 minutes, Charlie Coyle for slashing. Brendan Lemieux, 2 minutes for boarding. Jacob Trouba, 2 minutes for roughing. Charlie McAvoy, 2 minutes for roughing. Jacob Trouba, 2 minutes for roughing. Brendan Lemieux, 5 minutes for fighting. Trent Frederick, 5 minutes for fighting. Brett Howden, 2 minutes for slashing. Sean Corrali, 2 minutes for boarding. Brad Marchand, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Pavel Buchnevich, 5 minutes for fighting. Jeremy Lauzon, 5 minutes for fighting. And then as a result of that fight, I still have yet to get a full explanation of why. If you found out why, please leave it in the comments. For Jeremy Lauzon getting the extra 10 on the fighting penalty. Either way, the Boston Bruins do get a goal as it's Jeremy Lauzon winning a puck battle up the boards. He gives it up to David Krejci on the breakout. David Krejci in the neutral zone finds Nick Ritchie, who skates it in on his backhand, puts a backhand shot on Shesterkin. The save is made. The puck is loose. Nick Ritchie from behind the goal line just finds the puck and tinks it past Shesterkin. I'm sure Igor would want to have that one back, but it is a goal and an ugly one at that. The Boston Bruins go up 1-0 in a crazy, calamitous second period. So in the third period, both teams trade power plays within the first 7 minutes. And a little bit later on in the period, a scary moment for the New York Rangers as Jeremy Lauzon riding Ryan Lindgren down into the boards in a puck battle. Lindgren would end up falling and catching like the corner of his eye, like right here, like almost like the temple area against the dasher of the boards and just gets busted open. Just nasty looking cut. Although it looked like he got stitched on the bench. Like, so tough as nails player is Ryan Lindgren for New York. We go towards the end of the third period, 1 minute to go, empty net for the New York Rangers. Charlie McAvoy getting pressured and just yeets the puck out of the zone. That's 2 minutes for you can't do that. The remainder of the game, the New York Rangers would be on the power play. With the empty net, they would go on a de facto 6-on-4. However, the Boston Bruins, Kevin Miller and Brendan Carlo, would do a fantastic job of just pinning the puck for about 40 seconds behind the Boston goal line, out of danger, out of traffic. Just massive job of killing time there. And then, so New York does not even get a single scoring opportunity with the extra man and the empty net. So it's a shutout for Yaroslav Halak, his first of the season. The Boston Bruins take this ugly, ugly game 1-0. So it's a 21 save shutout for Yarrow. Both teams combined 0 for 10 on the power play. Just a defensive slog for most of this game. Great. If you like penalty kill, this was the game for you. 10 for 10 on the penalty kill, if you want to look at a glass half full way of looking at it. Between these two teams, a combined 58 total minutes of penalty time, which, wow, just wow. So it might get a little nasty as these two teams have 6 more matchups against each other later on in the year. More importantly, the Boston Bruins extending their point streak to 10 games with points, and don't look now, but they have won their last 5 games in a row, which they will look to continue to do as they take on the New York Islanders. Let's go quickly to the 3 stars of the game. Star number 3, Nick Ritchie with that ugly game-winning goal, but it's a game-winning goal nonetheless. They don't ask how, they ask how many, and the how many was 1. Patrice Bergeron, star number 2, with 60% wins in the face-off center, and really good on the penalty kill, as I stated. And your number 1 star with 21 saves, getting his first shutout of the year, Yaroslav Halak. Just an ugly game, and sometimes you gotta win an ugly one. Next up for the Boston Bruins, it's a chance to avenge their only regulation loss of the season, which was against the New York Islanders in their barn. So hopefully the Bruins can continue their winning ways, or at least get points, because the points absolutely matter in this division, in this new NHL way of doing things. Unfortunately, this will be Saturday will be their next and only game for a while, as they'll get some more time off, as they are not due for another game until Wednesday, I believe, against the New Jersey Devils, as the Monday game is postponed. So, anyway, the Bruins will get the Islanders tonight or Saturday or whenever you view this. So, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you on the next Bruins Recap Show.